All right, so for week one's on-campus interview, I have former Hoover Viking Luke Vannest, who is now a member of the Ohio University Bobcats. Luke, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
I can't complain. Football season's underway for college, which is where you're at, and on Friday night it'll be underway here in high school, in the land of high school football as well. But let's talk about college football now. You are a freshman, a true freshman at OU after being a senior last year at Hoover. You're out there in Athens, and your season starts Saturday against Rhode Island. Before we get into that, tell me about camp. You just went through your first college camp. What are your thoughts now that it's all over?
My thoughts on camp would be that it's definitely a grind. I mean, it's a lot of very hard days between meetings, workouts, and practice. But it's a really good time. You get to meet with your coaches a ton. You get to meet with the older players on the team, and you get to learn from them. You learn from the coaching staff, and you get to learn like what it takes to be on this team and the kind of effort you have to give every day to play and to just be a part of this team and to contribute.
What are some of the differences between Coach Baum's camp back here in North Canton to what you experienced this last month or so in college?
So college camp is it's about 3.5 weeks long in comparison to about 2 that we did in high school. And with Coach Baum's camp, it was 2-a-days, so we would have 2 practices a day. Once you hit the college level, it becomes more centered around the meetings. Like there is a practice, there is a workout, but there's also a lot of meeting time where you watch film of other teams and of yourself to try and get yourself better, learn the playbook. And coming from Hoover, where we've run a similar playbook for most of my career there, to a place with a whole new offense, you spend a lot of time in the playbook trying to make sure you know everything for the meetings and for practice.
What's that transition been like for a new playbook? Like you said, it's not like Hoover, is running the wing T. You have a pretty modern offense there for the Vikings, but like you said, college is a whole nother level, right?
Yeah, it's a similar type of offense. It's run focused with passing if necessary, but it's just with a different coaching staff, there's going to be a whole new set of terminology and a whole new set of ways that this offensive line coach would want me to do it compared to the way my coaches in high school wanted me to do it. So there's a sharp learning curve as you get further and further into camp, and you're expected to know more and more each day, and you have to pick up on it. And so that involves studying outside of meetings or meeting extra with coaches and on top of what you already do.
Last year, you were the top guy. You were the big guy on the team. You were the leader on the offensive line. What's the transition like from going from that to one of the bigger, badder guys in Stark County to now being a young guy on a college team?
It's definitely a new experience. As someone who played for 3 years in high school, and you come in and you realize that everyone else on this team did that in high school. Everyone played 3 years. Everyone started 3 years. And you have to look at those older guys who have been here longer as a resource to learn from them, to learn about their experience here and what it takes to the work ethic and the mental fitness, I guess, to be fully prepared when the season comes to play at your best.
So you open up the season against Rhode Island. How excited are you for your first college game? And what do you think about the team going into your first college game?
I can't wait. It's a huge new experience for me. I'm redshirted this year, so I'll just be on the sideline, but I'm going to be cheering my heart out for the guys who get the opportunity to play this year. And I think we've prepared well. I think that the older guys who are going to be getting playing time are ready. I think physically, mentally, emotionally, like they're ready for the season to start, and it shows in practice.
So, whose decision was it for you to redshirt? Was that something the coaches approached you with, or was that kind of your idea?
That was something the coaches came and approached me with about a week and a half ago or so. When fall camp was starting to wrap up, they kind of pulled each of the younger freshmen aside to tell them whether or not you were going to redshirt and if you were going to still dress for all the games or not. So it was a coach decision that came to me about a week ago.
So what's it going to be like to not be playing in games this fall? It's got to be the first time in a while you've done that, right?
It has been a long time since I've done that. But I'm just going to try and see it as a learning experience, just to be on the field, even if it's on the sideline, with these players is such a unique experience that not everyone gets to have. So I really want to take advantage of that and learn as much as I can from them playing and from the coaches, and just do whatever I can to make sure to try and be out there next year.
So, because you're not playing, hopefully you'll have a little bit of time to check out your alma mater this fall. What do you think of the Hoover Vikings this year? What do you think about their team?
I'm excited. I'm really excited. I want to get down and see as many games of theirs as I can. The new offensive line group that's there, I know all of them. They're solid, like quarterback, running back, all positions. They are ready to go, and I'm excited to see them play.
What do you think about their schedule this year? They added some pretty talented teams, St. Vincent, St. Mary, and then they open up against Buchtel on Friday. What do you think about that slate of games?
I think it'll be a challenge. I think it's a new challenge, a new experience for them, but I think not only are the players going to prepare themselves well, but the coaches are too. I think Coach Baum and his entire staff are an incredible group of people who just dedicate themselves completely to this team and who are going to get them as ready as they can possibly be to go out and win every game this season.
You had the opportunity to block for a pretty talented quarterback last year in Connor. I know you're not around to see it, but I'm sure you saw him developing last offseason as, your last couple of semesters in high school. What are your expectations for him as he looks to take his next step as a junior?
I have pretty high expectations. Seeing someone come into a position as a sophomore like I did and just, take over it so well, and like Connor did, he was unbelievable his sophomore year. So I have big hopes and expectations for him this year.
All right, I guess I got one last question. Reflect on the glory days for me. Give me your best memory when you were playing for the Hoover Vikings.
Wow. My best moment, my favorite moment would probably come from this past season, and when we knew when we had beaten Jackson to take the Federal League, and just celebrating on their field, just like I did. Like, we didn't win the Federal League my sophomore year, but we beat them on their field. It felt nice to do it again my senior year, and that was probably my favorite moment.
All right, last question. Give me a score prediction for Friday night against Buchtel.
I don't know a ton about Buchtel. I haven't really looked into them, but I will go Hoover winning 21-14.
All right. I like that. A little ground and pound action from both teams. I could see that happening. All right, Luke. Well, best of luck in your
Thank
first
you.
year of college, both on and off the field. It's a year, as someone who graduated college not too long ago, I can tell you it's a year you're never going to forget. So just really soak it in and enjoy it. Best of luck for your entire college career, like I said, both on and off the field. And I look forward to following you from afar.
Thank you.
That's Luke Vannest, everybody, former Hoover Viking, current Ohio Bobcat, and Week 1's on-campus interview. Thanks for listening.